New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring. We invite you to join our prayer broadcast every day at 8:15 a.m. and 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time. Send us your prayer requests or schedule a private prayer session by emailing prayer@ntmedia.org. And now, it's time to pray together.
Hello, folks. Welcome to morning prayer for Wednesday, October 1st, 2025. My name is Muro. I'm a prayer practitioner here on the New Thought Media Network, and I am honored and delighted to be able to spend time with you in prayer. Hello, it's all love. Happy Wednesday to you too as well. So, we are here to pray. And we are here to pray affirmatively, meaning that we are not begging, we are not beseeching, we are not looking outside for some mysterious thing that we have to somehow appease. No, it doesn't work that way. What we are doing is we are aligning with our truth. We are looking at the foundation of our divinity and making sure that we can align with that we can associate ourselves so closely with that we recognize there is no separation. That is affirmative prayer. So, if there is anything that you would like prayer for, by all means, you can put something into the comments, or if you would prefer, you can send a prayer request here at www.ntmedia.org/prayer. We are available, ministers and practitioners who are on the prayer team are available not only to pray for you, but also to have a prayer session with you. A prayer session is a way for you to get deeper into an understanding. So, whatever works, let us know. This morning, I wanted to share this with you. This is my inspiration for the day. This is by Reverend Dr. Dale Alansky from her book, Fear to Faith. And she wrote, "I consciously tear down the walls I have built that separate me from spirit, and I am rejuvenated by its healing presence." I consciously tear down the walls I have built that separate me from spirit, and I am rejuvenated by its healing presence. Are there ways in which you have built up walls that do indeed separate you? Are you feeling locked in? Are you feeling that you are somehow being held back? This is what we're going to be focusing on. So think about those considerations as we go into prayer. If it's comfortable and safe for you to do so, I'll invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze. I want you to be safe, but I also want you to be present. So whatever way that you can do that, whether it's through breathing, through focusing on a candle, whatever it might be, but be fully present, because that is our first step in tearing down any walls. And so I allow myself to put aside anything that might have been concerning me before this moment, or anything that I might be thinking about that could be of concern following this moment. Allowing myself to be fully present. Allowing myself to inhabit this space, this time, and recognizing that what I am doing is I am allowing what is within, to be my environment as opposed to what is without. And that within, of course, means inside my reality, my true self. But I like the idea that we say within and without, because without, if I am without my connection to spirit, then I am without quite a bit. But here's the thing that I have to always remember, and this is the thing that I am focusing on in this prayer today, and that is that connection to spirit always flows unless I inhibit it. And so I think of the ways in which I might do that. I think of the ways that I might fall into the trap of if only. If only is one of the worst ways that I can build a wall. If only this happens, if only I felt this, if only. As opposed to my recognizing that as my birthright, as my divine birthright, I have within me the abundance. I have within me the wisdom. I have within me the love. I have within me the connection. And so rather than allowing if only or as soon as to hold me back, when I do that, I am working from a place of lack. I want to work from a place of abundance. I want to be able to affirm my truth. So it's not about denying. It's not about saying, oh, I am not ill, or oh, I am not lonely, or whatever it might be. It's about saying, I am connected to the one. I have love. I am love. I can feel that love if I allow it. I can feel that connection if I allow it. I can recognize the abundance that exists within my life if I allow it. And so my antidote oftentimes to the things that I find most troubling, to the things that build the walls around me, if you will, has to do with my forgetting that I have choice, forgetting that at all times, the love of God, Allah, Gaia, the universe, the thing itself, that love is always present, that the grace is always present. And in my silly mind, I like to think of grace as grease. It smooths the way, it eases the way. When I am not conscious of the grace of the one, I see so many more impediments. I see so many more obstacles. I see far fewer possibilities, far fewer answers. And so by allowing that grace to inform me, allowing that grace to assist me, I can break down those barriers. I can get them out of my way. I can work my way through them. Another way in which I build walls is by being afraid of what might happen, afraid that something that happened once before could happen again, afraid of what might be, afraid of dealing with what has happened in my life that has had a profound effect on me, but not being willing to look into that, not being willing to see what is in there for me to learn, what is in there for me to release, so that I can indeed move forward. I allow everything to be understood. I might not have an understanding of everything, but I certainly can try. I certainly can look past the surface. I can look to understand what is behind the words that people say, what is behind the intentions. That can allow me to avoid building a wall of a grudge by recognizing that a person might be acting out of fear. They might be acting out of a sense of loss. By having the ability to be compassionate, I can avoid creating walls. And while I am avoiding creating walls, I recognize that if I hold on to my boundaries, if I establish clear and reasonable and understandable boundaries, and I hold to them, that I am not shutting people out. Indeed, what I am actually doing is I am allowing them far greater access. I am allowing a far greater connection. And so I use the wisdom of the one. I use the greater consciousness. I use my life experience. And I use prayer to gain clarity so that I can understand. And I apply the same understanding to myself. I apply the same compassion to myself so that I don't fall into the trap. I don't build the wall of saying, I really wanted to be able to be this way, to do this, to feel this way, but I did not. And to then berate myself for that. That is a wall I can build, or I can choose not to build. When I recognize that I am doing something that is building a wall, I have the ability to dismantle that wall. And sometimes it's brick by brick. Sometimes it's scratching into that mortar and freeing it. Many things that are important in my life for me to get rid of these walls is a process, not an event. It's not simply a matter of saying, for example, I forgive. It's a matter of understanding. It's a matter of employing a process to truly feel that forgiveness, to truly allow myself to glean what is necessary and what is important from whatever the interaction was, and to decide how I want it to affect or not affect my sense of self, my life experience. Of all of the walls that I can build, one of the worst for me is isolation. It is easy to isolate oneself. But by doing so, what we might sense, or what I might sense, is that there's this wall between me and others. When in reality, I built that wall brick by brick. And so I know that the antidote to feeling isolated is to recognize, first of all, the connection that I have with the one. And if I recognize the connection that I have with the one, I recognize that I am indeed connected to everyone, because there is only the one. And so I recognize that connection. I look to see, what is it that is preventing me from reaching out? What is it that is preventing me from opening up? These are the bricks in the wall that I need to remove. I can't remove them until I learn about them. I learn from them. And so I choose today to look at whatever walls I have built and to be determined to address them in some way, some shape, some form, and to recognize that as I engage in this process, I am doing so with the love of God. I am doing so with the wisdom of God. I am doing so with the compassion of God. And I am doing so with the strength of God, because the power of love is greater than anything else. And so I take this word, I give it to the law, because I know that the law always says yes. And in doing so, I can let God and I can let go. And I can do that in joy. I can do that in thanksgiving. I can do that in confidence. And so it is. Good morning, Mara. Buenos dias. Oh, I guess I had a lot to say today. And so it is. Yes, yes. Folks, thank you for hanging in with me. I greatly appreciate it. Do everything that you can today to break down the walls, to avoid building new walls, to allow yourself to recognize just how much you are loved and just how gloriously you are love itself. I'll see you sometime soon. Namaste.
On behalf of everyone at New Thought Media Network, thank you for being a member of our virtual family. Your financial contributions help share the New Thought message with people from around the world. Please visit and contribute at www.ntmedia.org/donate. New Thought Media Network. Come be you. And please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace and blessings. On behalf of the New Thought Media Network, thank you for being with us for this special prayer broadcast. We look forward to being with you again soon, 8:15 a.m. or 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time. Until then.